Hello and welcome to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. I'm back again, and this time he's not sick, he's fighting well, he's with me, it's Carl. How are we doing?
Yeah, a lot better than I was yesterday, mate. A lot better. Got rid of
Yeah.
them sickness bugs from what kids pass around. So yeah, a lot better.
Well, you weren't going to miss this one, were you? We're talking about your main man today.
One of main men, Kit Dan. One of men. One of main men. Anthony Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony G, our Tony G.
TG. What a legend. He's turning into a legend after just one season.
Go on then. What do you want to say about Tony Gordon?
Well, firstly, if we start at the beginning of his Newcastle sort of career,
Mhm.
he he was touted. Well, he came for 40 million quid, which was sent like, why the hell are we paying 40 million quid for him? It seemed like it would have been a bit of a funny, like it was getting piss taken out of him a little bit for being a 40 million pound player. Because we were in for him, Chelsea were in for him, and you're like, why is anybody wanting to pay 40 million? But when you look at it now, you think somebody knew something that I certainly didn't see, and it seems like it's an absolute bargain now.
Well, I agree, mate. When it first come about, and like you say, Chelsea were in for him at first, and it did seem the price tag did seem very very hefty. And you just thought, what is all this about? Because yeah, it looks like a decent player at Everton, but um, yeah, 40 million quid seemed a lot. But you look at it now, and it looks like an absolute bargain. You know, when you compare him to like other attacking wingers, you know, we call him an attacking winger. Compare him to other ones in the league, I think he's at the moment is levels above most of them.
Well, he is. I mean, I've got a few stats here. I've just gone across like English left wing, well, English wingers really, who we'd be comparing to for potentially an England call up.
Yeah.
So I've gone, as we always seem to go for just Premier League stats.
Hmm.
So not including cup games or anything like that. So Anthony Gordon's played 33 games. He's got 10 goals, 10 assists, which I don't think is too bad. You know, it's pretty much a goal every 3 games for a winger and 10 assists, an assist every 3 games. So I don't think that's too bad. So compared to Jack Grealish, who, if you've watched a previous episode from us, you'll know full well how I feel about Jack Grealish recently.
Your mate Jack.
My mate Jack. So he's played less games. He's only played 20 games, but he's only scored 3 and 1 assist. So
Yeah.
for me, it's woeful for an £100 million player. Um, Rashford, we all know what situation he's been in this season. He's not been on fire, but he's similar games, 31 games, and 7 goals, 2 assists. And then we've got Jared Bowen, who's played the same amount of games, 33 games, 16 goals, 6 assists. So he has scored more, but he's not assisted as many. So he's on a probably level par with Gordon, I'd probably say. But he does play on the right hand side. So for me, when we're looking at England, I do think Gordon is above anyone else who would play on that left.
I absolutely agree with you, mate. I mean, who knows what Southgate's going to do when it comes to the Euros? I mean, personally, I think he's going to stick Foden out there, which I disagree with. I think Foden's far too creative on that. He's one of the best ball players England have got. He needs to be conducting stuff in the middle of the park. And I think having potentially him and Jude Bellingham with Declan Rice behind him, it's just an absolute magical cocktail. It's just mouth-watering. So yeah, I think that left-hand side it has got to be Anthony Gordon's, and it'll be an absolute shame, you know, if he reverts to type with Southgate and he basically he plays one of his kind of so-called tried and trusted, and he goes with a Grealish or a Rashford, because I think you know what more's the lad got to do is doing the business on the field. You know, you've got to give him a chance.
Without a doubt. I mean, the only thing for me is, as a Newcastle fan, I sort of don't want him to go.
Yeah.
From a selfish point of view, I just think, you know, if if, if we start from last season, obviously he played half a season for Everton, half a season for us. He weren't on great fire when he came to us, but then he went to England under 21s, won the tournament there, was player of the tournament. He's come to us for his first full season. um, on fire, played awesome season, being definitely the top three of our best players between Isak and Bruno, um, and then potentially going to be going to England seniors, and then the following season with us. I just think is he going to be potentially just sort of burnt out a little bit? He's not going to have had a rest for like a good period of rest for
Yeah,
three
and
or 4 years.
I think I think Harvey Barnes' injury has contributed to that a lot. And I think him and Gordon were going to be, I won't say well, yeah, but almost competing for that left side for Newcastle. And
Sharing the workload.
exactly, yeah. And I think Harvey Barnes has pretty much been out for, I'd say, what, 2/3, 3/4 of the season, maybe.
Yeah.
And obviously, Gordon's just been asked to go again and again and again. And a bit of a detriment to himself, but he's one of those players where he gives absolutely 110 every game, and literally 110 every single minute of every single game. And I think I remember saying to you, God, months ago now, I'm like, his hammy's going to go one day. His hammy's going to go
Well,
soon.
well, this is exactly it, Dan. I think you're playing all these games at the intensity that you play
Yeah,
without having a prolonged rest. Something is going to go.
yeah,
How he has not sort of got niggles throughout this season, I'll never know. Testament to him and his training. But to be fair, we both watched the overlap
yeah.
where
I was
he's
going to
done the
mention
interview with
that.
Gary
Yeah,
Neville, and
yeah,
he talks about his training regime and stuff like that. How he will not go in the gym, does no weights, no nothing. He's all about yoga and he's all about his mental strength rather than physical training. It just shows that I think a lot of everything, a lot of is up in your head rather than in the actual muscle itself.
yeah. And that were a big eye opener for me as well, just to listen to a young lad conduct himself how he does. Because you look at him and no disrespect to the lad, but it doesn't look like the sharpest knife in the drawer, does he? I mean, he had that
But when he
stupid haircut.
talks, the Claire Balding look-alike.
Yeah, yeah. When he had that bloody blonde hair, I don't think he did himself any favors there. But like you say, yeah, when he actually talks and like you listen to that overlap interview with Gary Neville, he comes across as really intelligent. He says he reads a lot, doesn't he? And
Yeah,
it
quite
would have
articulate.
yeah, really a bit of an eye opener to me. I didn't expect it at all. It was a good interview, to be fair. Really good interview.
Well, and well, from seeing that you just as a Newcastle fan, it just makes you like him even more. You know what I mean? And us as Newcastle fans, we just absolutely love him. Like I said earlier, between him, Bruno, and Alexander Isak, them three have carried, and Fabian Schär as well. To be fair, they've carried us this season. They've been immense.
Well,
Um,
he seems to love Newcastle. I mean, I say love, it's a strong word, and obviously he's a Scouse lad, and I think he's an Everton fan at heart. But he seems to have bought into the Newcastle way really quickly. You see when he scores, like he celebrates properly, like he's grabbing his shirt and all that. And yeah, and obviously Jordan's a little bit similar to Scousers, aren't they, when it comes to football? It's like, I mean,
all or nothing.
it's literally all or nothing. You're black and white or red and white. You're red or blue. It's they're just football cities, and to see someone on the pitch, listen, they could be absolutely shit, but if you see him giving 110 for your club, that's all you can ask. And he seems to I say seems to, he does do that, and I think he's he's definitely
But,
one which
but I do think though, then if you look at since the takeover, whatever people think of this takeover, with them being Saudis and all that palaver, the way that the club's run, the way that we've gone about as transfers, the way we've gone about getting rid of people, bringing people in, the players that are there already, the philosophy that's been instilled by Eddie Howe, everybody's bought into it. The fans, the players, the management staff, everything. Everyone's fine. You don't see any murmurs, any rubbish. So, there's no moaning. Everybody's fighting for the same thing. So when we do score a goal, everybody's buzzing as though this is my team. This is
yeah.
who I support. I'm putting everything in for my team, and
Mm.
that's all you can ask for as any fan of any club.
You can mate, and obviously been a big Liverpool fan as well. We're very similar. as I say, you see someone on pitch giving 110 for your club. It's like, regardless of the, albeit, yeah, it's a results-driven business, but all you can ask for is someone to be giving it all. And Anthony Gordon's definitely one of those players where you can physically see he's a standout player, and he definitely puts a shift in for the club and for the badge and for the fans.
Definitely. We love him. Big Tony G. Hopefully we've got him for a fair few more years and he doesn't get snapped up by a top end club. So hopefully we're moving towards that top end.
Well, I think it sounds like interview. He's invested in it. He bought into the project. I know players say a lot of stuff, don't they? But I think I think he'll be there for another couple of years at least. I think he's certainly invested.
Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so.
Sound. Right, pal. Good chat as always. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you can subscribe to the channel and listen, if you've got something to say, if you're rating Anthony Gordon, if you don't rate Anthony Gordon, drop us a comment. Let us know, because we've got a few people now dropping us comments, and it's really appreciated. So yeah, keep it up, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.